performance so far this year. What has it been like to play these sort of hyper reactions of Elliot, whether he's hyper happy or hyper anxious?
When I thought about the second season, felt like I did all right the first season. I said I could skate by on that. People were saying like, "What do you don't have to think. Don't think too much. Just do what you were doing." I couldn't. I was waiting to start the second season. I'm like, he's going to be different. He has to be different. I want him to grow. I want him to evolve. And there's a period of time that he's the best. You can't account for with Elliot. So I really tried to fill those moments and discover what might have happened, where we begin this second season, and just have him evolve in a certain way. And he seems very different to me. I haven't seen much of what you've seen yet, but I know that shooting him, there was definitely a more frenetic person there. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Do you think there's more energy there, or is it even
both extremes?
Yeah, both extremes. Yeah. Good.
Is this season even more in Elliot's head than last was?
Everything. Well, I think the question of we've questioned his reliability, right? And that's not something we've steered away from. He is an unreliable narrator, so as much as you do put the things he's encountering into question, we're never trying to make this a show where we're shocking people. These aren't gotcha moments anybody's trying to set up. This is the story that Sam wants to tell, and it's through his perspective. And there are moments where he suffers from some very difficult mental issues, and those things can be difficult for an audience to sit through, but if you want to go on his path, you're going to start to have to question things as well. But I think he's ultimately more reliable than many would think he is, because otherwise he really wants to go down that path with someone who's going to be as questionable as he might be. I don't know that I would.
The show features the viewer as a main character, and Elliot often gets frustrated when the viewer doesn't really trust us with things. How far down the rabbit hole will we go this season as far as Elliot and the viewer?
Down the rabbit, there's always going to be that very tight personal connection between Elliot and the audience. I mean, at times, that's who's getting him through all of this, is knowing he has someone to listen, to go through the hardships, to kind of, be the voyeur into his life that is a sounding board. So you're in it with him the whole way. There will be trust issues. There will be moments of confidentiality, and there's a mutual dependence on one another that I think really lends itself to an alternate experience for someone watching the show. A special experience. I mean, there is a bond that you have with this guy who can do some malicious things at times, can do some questionable things. I think he's, at his core, he has a very strong moral center, but, he gets involved, he gets himself involved in some very questionable territory. And he's human. That's the thing. That's the thing we don't shy away from. The guy's flawed. And I think that's why he's relatable, is that he is imperfect, like all of us.
Craig Robinson has really sort of brought a very different dynamic to the show. Has being able to have those conversations with that character allowed you to open up besides Elliot that you have really seen
You know, I always talk to Sam about Elliot's relationship with his father. And Sam will tell you, I ask him question after question, and, you know, I think being burned by, you know, someone you're so close to at such a tender young age, you're always looking for certain mentors, whether it's Gideon or Craig Robinson's character Ray. You know, it's nice to see Elliot kind of have moments with these new men in his life, and it might either, you know, solidify a response or an opinion he has about men, fathers, or it might alter it depending on the way Sam has cut this show. I have no idea. I think all of these relationships ultimately, of course, call Elliot's upbringing into question, and they will definitely alter his progression as he moves forward, thinking about who he wants to be and the man he'd like to become.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.